Coming down the home stretch of the season, we're about 2/3 of the way through, guys. So we've got 6 events left. I think it's time to talk strategy as we get ready for World Finals and kind of wrapping up this championship and trying to put a bow on it. So Tom, I'll start with you. You're leading currently. And it's been a little lackluster for you in racing, but you've really turned it on in skills and freestyle. So is that part of your conservative balance towards chasing these points and keeping this lead, or are we going to see that, or are we going to see you be a little bit more aggressive here down the home stretch?
I think lackluster in racing's a little bit off. I mean, I've actually been better in racing than I typically am. I haven't had a win yet, but when you've got competition of this caliber, you know, these two guys here, it's no surprise they're at the top. You know, they're very good racers, they're very good competitors, and every week you got to go out here and give it your all, you know, and kind of my goal at the beginning of the year was if I can make, you know, semifinals or better, I'll let skills and freestyle take care of the rest. So that's kind of been my goal. So I feel like I'm probably a little ahead on my racing game than I normally am.
So are you going to kind of continue with that strategy, or are we going to see you turn it up in skills and freestyle to try to kind of stretch this out?
I really think I need to get some wins in racing. That's what's going to be the difference for me. Keep the truck together, but, you know, continue to get to the semifinals or better and hopefully get a win. It's not easy. You know, I've tried every time. I mean, it's tough competition, and we've came up short and we haven't got the job done.
And Todd, for you, the last few events have really been critical in your climb here into second, 16 points back. And so, you know, we've talked all year about the fact that you're not looking at points, but over this last month, did you look at points and do some calculating?
Of course, a little bit here and there, you know, but last year was just a big ego check, you know, to finish second, and I played it safe for too long, and to finish second sucked. And, you know, and if this is my last year of driving monster trucks, you know, I want to be able to leave going, I gave it my best shot. I laid it all on the line every week, not played it safe. And that's what I'm trying to do this year. And in racing, yeah, we've felt like we've got some great momentum going. And, you know, and like he said, it's a great way to start off the night for the overall is to be in the semifinals or higher. And in skills, we've been lacking bad. You know, he is so consistent in those skills, man. I can't be that consistent right now. And that's my chink in my armor right now. And I like trying throwing Hail Marys, you know, those bicycles into moonwalks and just crazy stuff. You know, I don't want to play it safe. I want to try to go hard. So it's either first or last right now in skills, and in freestyle, it's been really, really good, man. I'm having a ton of fun. I'm not driving super conservative, you know, for the, you know, a lot of my run. I'm trying to be more risk-taking, just trying to have more fun. And like, you know, his run, you know, a couple weeks ago was insane. You know, he got like a 9.8 something. I'm like, I can't beat that. But I went out and I went for it. You know, I didn't want to lay up and try to get, you know, battle for second. You know, I'll win as hard as I could, and the fans voted us the winner. So it's been an awesome year so far up to this point, and I'm going to keep applying pressure to him. There's no doubt about it. I'm trying to fend off him. I'm trying to apply pressure to him. These guys are both super seasoned. You know, you can't get under their skin. You can't fluster them. You can't, you know, get them off their A game. They're so consistent, and so that means that I have to be more consistent, but at a different level.
Speaking of flustered, Detroit, not a great weekend for Team Gravedigger up there. And so how do you handle that? How do you come off a weekend where, you know, you're set, you're ready to go, you love the track, you said you had those steep jumps that you were looking forward to, and then you have some mechanical failures that kind of put you out of the game?
It was a massive bummer. And the beginning of the season strong, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm just going to run away with this thing. But then it was telling the tale, making rounds and rounds and racing. It's a lot of run time on a truck. And the same for freestyles, completing freestyles, at least attempting to. So it's a lot of run time on the truck. And it kind of showed its face. We've done more events in the past year and a half, let alone this season. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, Jeff has been doing an awesome job. But this is part of Monster Jam, part of Team Gravedigger. It's you're going to lose parts and pieces along the way, and it's haunting us right now. It really is. You know, we got 4 events. Like, so I think maybe I even have like 4 freestyles I haven't even got a score at. And thankfully I'm still, you know, up pretty high in the standings. But now, you know, where I was out front, now I got to run some people down.
And new for this weekend, though, for you is the fact that, you know, Jeff has had time to go through the truck. And I think that's one thing that people don't realize is that the turnaround is so quick. There's travel time, there's setup time. And so how much more confidence do you have this weekend knowing that he had 4 full days rather than 1 to get through the truck?
You know, it's big, and in between we did some other events, smaller events, and it tries and trues the truck. You can find those weak points, but at the same time, sometimes it's also, once again, more stress. But Jeff had a little extra time on his hands. He went through everything, and he's a nervous wreck, more so than me. He doesn't want to let the team down whatsoever. And I keep telling him, dude, the stuff that is breaking is not you. I'm driving it. I'm pushing the truck. And it just, that's just how it's going right now. But I know he tried his best. And within those 4 days that he had to go through this truck, and with the help of the other guys on the team, I'm feeling pretty confident, feeling good here for this weekend at least.
So a change for you, Todd, I wonder, or have you thought about making a change to your two-wheel skills? Because you said it's a rookie Bobby, it's the first or last, Have you thought about maybe playing it a little bit more conservative, doing the poppers, doing the moonwalks, like those types of things, rather than the bicycles? Because you haven't got the fan reaction that you're looking for and that you need for scores.
No, I get it. In years past, I watch all the other drivers go, and I think, okay, tonight guys want to see stoppies, or all the fans want to see this. But I'm sticking true to what I love to do, and that's just driving on two wheels. And it's not on the front ones. I love driving on two wheels, and I just like driving with my heart. Just going with what I like to do and stuff, and giving the fans a variety. And sometimes it's going to hurt me, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just going to keep sticking to what I'm doing, and I love watching all the other drivers go out there and do their thing. And I'm not going to be cheap and go up to the backflip ramp and back up to it and do a stoppie or maximum moonwalk. I'm not that kind of a guy, but I'm just going to keep sticking true to what I'm doing, and if it pays out at the end of the year, then cool.
So Tom, how do you hold on? How do you keep up? I mean, do you push it even harder in freestyle? Can you push it harder in freestyle? Because we've seen some pretty spectacular things out of you so far this year.
You just can't let up. That's number one. They're fantastic. They're great. As you saw last year in the points, it came down to the last day. It really doesn't surprise me that, this points race is very tight. These guys are super good competitors at everything they do. They're really good racers. It's hard for me to compete with them in racing, I haven't been able to get at them yet. That's something I need to be able to do. I have got Todd. It's been very hard to do, though. That's a challenge for me. I need to be a better racer, and I need to continue to do what I'm doing. I can't really count the points. That's one thing I didn't want to do coming into this year, is I kind of wanted to go hard the whole way through. And Steve Lashinsky, he's been working extra hard on Max D, and, the pressure's getting to him too. He's, really taking every part of it. He puts a lot of hours in on that thing, and most of the time he's by himself. But, as a team together, we're doing great. We just got to keep it up.
Okay, so let me ask all of you. I'll ask all of you to respond to this. What's the one thing that you have to do to take home the championship and earn the automatic bid? I'll let you decide who goes first.
Win. That's it. I don't, that's the only, you're going to have to win. That's it.
And it's a dance.
Yeah.
These mechanics, these crew guys are working on these trucks for 2 days, where any other motorsports, you sometimes have a month or a week or 2 weeks to get a car prepped. These mechanics are insane about what they're doing and stuff. So we got to balance it between winning, driving at all costs, and winning and pushing, but yet making sure that this truck can continue to perform the next night the exact same way. So it's a big dance.
Keep Max D together. That's number one. Steve is working literally by himself a lot. We're getting great help. I've done more work myself this year, putting transmissions in.
You've gotten dirty.
Welded it together last week. And I'm good with that. Actually, it kind of brings me back to my roots, and I enjoy that. I miss that. I love being a part of the team and working with them. So I think that's maybe been a great thing and a tough thing at the same time.
How critical is it for you guys, too, that like Seattle this weekend is only one event? Indy is 2, but then to close out the season, those last 3 events are just single-day events. And so how critical is that, and how much is that going to help you guys?
It'll definitely change your mindset, because, when you have a 2-day event, you got to make sure you perform for both days. If you have a one and done, I feel like you're really going to go for it, and sometimes that harms you because you probably step over the edge too soon. You don't want to. So it makes it tough and exciting at the same time, because when that Monster Jam truck holds together, any one of us are super entertaining, and we're going to bring the fans to their feet. And that's number one day or 2 day.
No, he's right. You know, you're sitting there at home. Those are the worst nights when you're laying in bed going like, why did I push that hard? And in skills, the missed freestyle, you know, it's just one of those dances and stuff. But we're all dealing with the same thing. New mechanics this year. We're all dancing.
All
you know,
three of you,
exactly.
yeah.
You know, some of us are in new trucks, so we're all on an even playing field. There's no like, oh, he has this or this or this. We're all dealing with the same thing. And I'm not surprised. Like you said, the top three, we're here, dude. We're pushing hard, and we're gonna close out this season on an exciting note for sure.
We talk about the top three, but the biggest thing, in my opinion, is even for racing, you go out there and like Nick will knock one of us out. Or John Gordon was knocking me out every show. But he wouldn't do anything. I would get so mad at those guys. I tell those guys, like, if you're gonna beat me, you better do something. You know what I mean? Don't take me out in the first round, you know, and then I would run the fast. Tom would be mad at me. I'd run he thought he had the fastest time, and then I would come out and lose first round, but had the fastest time. And so then I would get, you know, a bye run the next week. But I'm like, dude, I said, he outran me. I don't know. But then he missed the whole ramp the next round, you know, and it's the other guys that can also really, we're battling each other, but it's everybody else out there too. That's, I don't want to say ruin it for us, but you know, that's haunted me almost more than anything. A lot of times we don't even get to meet each other throughout. Sometimes we got to make it through those guys and girls and hope for the best. But when they go up against any of us, the three of us, nobody wants us to win, including each other. So they run the hardest that they're going to run.
You know, been a lot of talk of which tour is the toughest, you know, which one is the best. But I really feel that our tour, top to bottom, is definitely the best. We have the most competitive members when you take all 12 of them. Any one of them can win any event, and they've done it this year, you know. And
most world championships.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
You see it too in the fact that you three are not the only ones to win racing or skills or freestyle. Like, it's really spread out. And so I think that makes a difference. So, you know, it basically comes down to you have to worry about everyone. You can't just worry about yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I one day want to get the easy tour. That would be great. It would be great, you know, to go up there and ride around. But it never is the case. It's always like this.